Well, here we go. Moment of truth. Yeah! Hello and welcome to Design Deli. I'm Ed. So, as soon as I saw this, Edgerunners, apparently Edgerunners terrible. I have a track record of liking terrible stuff, apparently. But I thought it was cool. Cyberpunk2077, Edgerunners is a Netflix anime, and I really enjoyed it. But this one scene in particular, where she walks up to this vase and touches the vase, and then boom, all these UIs explode everywhere. I was like, well, I gotta try to make that. So I spent a good amount of time trying to figure this out. I used Unity. I found this cool tool called Needle.tools that uses web tech, so like JavaScript, TypeScript, but it's a plugin inside of Unity. But yeah, I'll just do a quick run through of how I did it and give you a better view of it once I'm in, and plus give you the link so you can experience it for yourself. You can either just go in the browser and click around, or if you have a Quest, you can use the browser in your Quest, or even whatever headset you have. It should work, as long as you just use the browser. All right, let's go. I started with Illustrator to recreate these red UIs. A very common thing I do in Illustrator is to click Command Y or Control Y on Windows to see only the outlines of the vectors. That way the artwork doesn't get in the way of cutting out shapes. As long as the reference is on a template layer, it will not disappear. I learned that these UIs were inspired by Cyberpunk, the video game, but were drawn, and so they have like a painterly aesthetic that I haven't really captured here because I'm using Illustrator. But I did keep some of it loose and try to mimic it. I love fantasy alphabets in general. I just think they're neat. But this was a bit difficult since I'm using a screen capture. I had to take with my phone's camera. All of these UIs were skewed and not perfect templates to draw from. So I took some liberties here and there. This was real tedious work. Took way longer than I had imagined it taking. For some reason, I don't know. I thought it would be quicker because I'm quick with Illustrator, but still took a long time. Then I moved to 3D. I'm using Blender here, which I'm only I'm a novice with. I don't know how to use it very well. I ended up following a tutorial on how to create a vase. It was pretty straightforward, and I'm looking forward to learning more 3D in the future. Definitely making some 3D UIs. Opening a brand new Unity project, there's just so many options. It's really overwhelming. Even when you click on the option to see more info, the language being used is confusing. Unity is definitely for developers. After opening the project, I changed the layout to tall, then moved the game window to the bottom. This just makes the most sense to me. I was trying to create a scene from scratch and throwing my assets in, using Unity's 3D assets, except a vase, of course, and getting it to do one interaction. I thought naively that it wouldn't or shouldn't be that hard. Then I tried throwing in one panel of the UI. Why is this scale so weird in Unity? Okay, so I guess the canvas has to be made in order to render UI or images in Unity, but why is the canvas 100 miles by 100 miles? Then I'm unable to move the image outside of the canvas, or move the canvas. I mean, why? And I'm sure there are good reasons for this, but it makes for a horrible user experience. Height 100 and width 100. 100 what? Pixels? Inches? Meters? Miles? There's no reference for me to judge. Maybe put a tree or a human model, like a 3D model of a human, typical like 5'5" human, so I have a frame of reference. Just something to throw away, just so I can base scale. I guess height 100 and width 100 is supposed to be set to 1. So why isn't it just set to 1 already? Here's another thing, cull transparent mesh. Sure. To the dictionary. It's just hard to get started with Unity. What really needs to happen is that someone makes a client layer that is for designers, that is user-friendly, that abstracts away all of this complication. So I started to get warnings and issues to things I don't know how to fix. And the only real way I had a chance of figuring them out was to Google them, and no. Needle to the rescue. Needle Engine is a web-based runtime for 3D apps. It's a Unity plugin that runs Node, so you can launch projects right into the browser. The best thing about it was setting up was super easy, and I just used their simple project to get up and running. It only took a night to get going, so basically like an hour or two. So go check out the needle.tools. Sorry. I just replaced all the needle sample scene stuff with my scene's artwork. This was my first time messing with the animator tool in Unity. I guess you could use it to not only animate stuff, but the animator, which is different from the animation tool. The animator, and is different from the animation tool. It's the naming convention is kind of confusing. Also, the animator it differs in that it just you can add logic, so you can add click events and that sort of thing. And that's one of the things I use to make this interaction actually work on click. But anyway, I got it to work. I think it looks really cool. Please try the glitch link below. It works just in the browser if that's all you have, but if you have a Quest or a VR headset with a browser in the headset, you can just type in the URL right in the browser, and it's absolutely immersive. You can step into this world and give it a try. All right, catch you on the next one.